tonight while 55 years down the road.
Alex Warren and Ella Henderson on Pure West Sport. It is Monday evening.
437-7644.
Yeah, that's better. It's Monday evening. It's Pure West Sport with Eaton-Evans and Morris Solicitors. That was Alex Warren and Ella Henderson. Good to have your company. We're on DAB Digital Radio. We're live on social media as well. Good to hear from Matt Freeman launching the Sport Pembrokeshire Awards for 2025. Get those nominations in and let's see if we can make it another record year for nominations at the Sport Pembrokeshire Awards this time around. But let's wrap up our coverage of the 2025 Pembrokeshire cricket season. Because we had a bit of a saga, didn't we, with the Harrison Allen final, and now they have given up the ghost. We were hoping that the final would be played yesterday and that we'd be talking about it right now on Pure West Sport. But unfortunately for the two sides, Narberth and Neyland, it was rained off, wasn't it, Fraser? And they've taken a decision that will be that for this season.
Yeah, Saturday the decision was made to call it off, and then they were faced with two choices: then playing at the start of next year or going for the 14th. In light of those two choices, never mind how we got to that point, they made the right one because the weather is already heavy rain for next Saturday and Sunday. I know a lot can change, but you're looking at the same scenario again of a lot of rain in the week and the potential of waiting around on Sunday before it's called off. And I think by now, I don't want to say the word damp squib, but literally, but I think it's certainly anticlimactic if you were to play it now into Pembrokeshire. Everyone's switched off from the cricket season. I spoke to actually one of the captains of one of the teams, I won't name, who said,
it's quite a small list though, Fraser, isn't it?
Well, yeah, true. But struggling for motivation in the net sessions. Boys have started rugby and football commitments. It's now so far detached from the end of the regular season that you're asking people to come out from 3 weeks in the cold to play this final, and it's unfortunate, Ben, but I'm heartened that at least next year they're not doing it as any kind of pre-season on a Sunday in April. I think that would have been pretty disastrous. They are looking at a bank holiday in May, which I think is sensible because you could potentially have the Sunday or the Monday then, and you're likely to draw in a bigger crowd and hopefully in nicer weather as well. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. It may prompt a rethink into going back to the original format of having it 3 weeks for the end of the season. I don't know. I'm only speculating that, but for now, it's certainly an unfortunate end to the season.
Two things to come out then, Gordon, of what Fraser's just said. So, number one, the weather has been so good through the season. It's really frustrating, isn't it, that this has happened? But number two, do you think, from a planning perspective, there's lessons to be learned? Actually, this is it's the showpiece game, isn't it, for Pembrokeshire cricket? Should more be done to get the best possible chance for like sporting integrity reasons to get it played within that year? What do you think?
Well, it was just unfortunate, Ben, and I've never known a season, and I spoke about it before, where we had actually 18 league games all played with the weather.
Unbelievable.
And we did have a little few, rain on a Saturday morning, but it cleared up lovely. So none of the games had, the league games had to worry about somebody winning in the south of the county or the north of the county. We had a full league programme. It was all set for the last week, the grand finale, the Harrison Allen, and what happens? The rain comes down. And then it goes into a rugby and football season. Always makes it difficult. They've made the decision that they play those games on Sundays. And Steve Blows and the rest of the boys have come to the right decision now, to be honest with you. We look forward to it in May on one of the bank holidays. There's nothing we can do about it.
Will it be the same, Fraser, do you think, for the two sides? Because that, there's every chance, I guess, personnel could be a bit different in the two teams. Oh. Will it mean as much to them? That's
the sad thing now. Inevitably, boys who would have played last Saturday or this Sunday will miss out. That's the way things go, don't they? It'd be interesting to see if any want to transfer during the off season, what the rules were there, how they'll police that. Good luck policing that. But look, this is impressive, and you're right, Ben. People's circumstances change. We know that from winter to winter, summer to summer. There'll be boys away, boys working away, moving away. So it is sad for players who would have been involved now, perhaps won't be on the other side of the coin. You maybe got guys who were on the periphery of the first team this season who weren't going to be involved, who are now eyeing a chance. So it's interesting to see what we do eventually know how different the lineups would have been. I mean, look, back to the point there about doing more. It has to be said, I think this decision was first taken in, I'm going to say, perhaps for the 2019 season, maybe 2020, which obviously turned out to be the COVID season, to move the Harrison Allen to the last day, the last weekend of August, or the week after the league campaign. And until now, it's struck solid gold. We do have to say the weather's been good, and it should be, in an ideal world, the culmination to the season. It is perfect. Yeah. But this was always the danger. With Ironman lurking in September, you had a couple of postponements and you were going to be in trouble. And it's come to a head this year. I think it will prompt a discussion for sure. But you're right. There could be some lineups. There could be some boys who are going to retire who are suddenly thinking that they'll postpone that till June.
Is it satisfactory that it's going to be played in May? Would you have rather have seen it shared, for instance? So that this year's title was just shared between those two finalists? I say yes, Fraser, and it might be a bit late in the show to say. The reason I say yes is because that's, I think, more satisfactory because it recognises what's happened this season. Do you see what I mean? It's the achievements this season.
I agree with the decision, and I agree the final should be played, not share it. I mean, let's have the game played in May next year on one of the bank holidays. And you just spoke about players. It might be different players involved or wherever. So, that's the only decision they could come up with, Ben. There's no good sharing the trophy. That's not what it's about, is it?
I just think it would have at least recognised what happened this season. And we couldn't play it, but those two teams were the finalists.
Well, there'll still be runners-up and winners, and on the trophy in years to come. But no. I mean, we're only a couple of steps away from giving out participation medals as it is in local sport. Man, the last thing we need is shared trophies.
Exactly, you started already. Yeah.
You're worse than those Olympic high jumps.
But Fraser, look on the bright side. We'll have 2 Harrison Allen finals.
We will.
In what exactly?
We will.
2 Harrison Allen finals in the space of a few months to come next year. It will be interesting, that, won't it? Yeah, and we'll have 2 winners. It could be the same. Could be the first time the same team has won it in the same calendar year.
What could be an interesting concept if it's the latter May bank holiday? I believe by then the earlier rounds of next year's Harrison Allen would have been played. So if you're Neyland or Narberth and you get knocked out early, suddenly that takes on extra importance.
They could still go on and win the trophy. Yeah.
Anything could happen. Yeah. Guys, we have got to go. I'm afraid we are out of time. Maybe we left that debate a bit too late in the show. Yeah. Thank you very much. Enjoyed it. We're back again.
Before we go.
This is my Great North Run medal. This is the one that's making the news today because instead of being Newcastle, it's got Sunderland on it. So it's a collector's item. They'll never do a Great North Run medal like that again. So I'm quite proud of that. I'm just going to have to go back and get another one, aren't I, now, to go with it. Thank you, guys. We will be back next week for Pure West Sport. KT is ready to go with the mood train, and he's coming up next.